I can't see anything wrong here, can you? All looks okay to me. Hello everyone, Argsy here. Welcome back to Spectacle Island. You're joining me. We are just about to get the spreader here hooked up and start to get the lime put on this field. We've got a little bit of lime to do before we start planting it. Just need to get backed up a little bit further. I was nowhere near close enough. That looks a bit better. So we'll get the lime spread on there, and then we will be able to get this field planted and also the other field planted. And we are going to aim to get some soybeans into both of these. Obviously hope that they are a good crop to have. And there we go, that's hooked up. Noisy jet boat going past once again. So that's the main plan for today, is to get that done. Now we do have a little bit of rain on the forecast, and I want to upgrade a few things. I want to make a few improvements. Obviously we're getting pretty cluttered around here for space. So I have been looking, and I've found a shed, and I think if we take these two trees out, possibly these two back here, level a little bit of this area out, we'd have a good spot for a shed. So that's also on the cards. I've also put some feelers out for what's available for another tractor, something a bit bigger, something around the 150 to 200 horsepower market, and I don't think we're too far away from being able to afford something to supplement the tractor we have at the moment. So I will be hopefully heading down and doing that. I also want to get the silage sold. However, I've been keeping an eye on the price at the hay barn just over the other side of the bridge, and it's not looking anywhere near as good as the cargo ship is down at the shop. However, there's about 80,000 litres, and I don't fancy doing that with the current trailer and tractor we have. So I might look at buying a new trailer. Again, I've been doing a little bit of browsing and looking around to see what there is available, and there is some pretty good options to make relocating and carting that silage all the way down to the cargo ship a whole lot more attractive. The price is not quite double, but pretty close to it. So from a financial point of view, it makes complete sense to go and sell it down there. Just check here, we've got all our lime spread. We have indeed. That wasn't too bad at all. So it does make complete financial sense to cart it all the way down there, but I don't want to have to take a dozen trips in this tractor like I did with the potatoes, because I don't think I'd be able to handle that. So that's the plan. We've also got some rain on the horizon, which is why I'm focusing on getting these fields planted before we worry about doing things like that, which we can do that in the rain. We can go down, buy a new tractor, sort those things out, we can clear some land for a shed without having to worry about the weather. But we can't plant in the rain, and if we want to get some more crops planted and some more income, we need to get those done. So we'll get the planter here hooked up, and we'll crack into getting some soybeans planted. Alright, so we've got the planter here hooked up. We have got soybeans in the hopper, so we should just be able to drop that down there, and we select it. We should be able to turn it on. Have I not? There'll be something else I haven't hooked up. Got to be the problem there, as that is not planting just yet. What have we forgotten to hook up? There's a PTO. There we go. Right, well, we get that turned on now. We should be able to run around here and start getting some soybeans planted. That's a good start to start getting these in. So we will get this all underway. We will jump into, I think we'll start off with a little bit of a time lapse for this one first, in this smaller field, and get this one done. Then we'll race over and do the other field and get both of these fields planted. It'll be good to have a crops growing again. So we'll crack into it. That's field 1 done, and we've only used just over half of our seed in this hopper. We didn't even have to fill it up once, which is a little bit surprising. I thought we might have had to. We'll just come over here and we'll get a few more bags put in and head down and do the next field. There we go, it looks full to me, 500 litres, 100%. So we'll head down the track here and go and make a start in the next field, which obviously is going to take a little bit longer. It's a little bit bigger, but progressing pretty well through this part of the work. We'll get in here, get started, and carry on. I must say that is a good feeling to have both those fields planted. There you can see all done in there. If we bring up the map, both green and both with soybeans in it. Now the downside, we don't actually have any fertilizer on there yet. which is a little bit of an oversight actually on my part. I was thinking that when we planted, I'm so used to having a planter that applies fertilizer, I didn't even think about the fact that this didn't. And the last time we planted in these fields, both had come out of grass, so we got our first fertilizer state from those. So we're going to have to give that some serious consideration. It'd be good to get some fertilizer on there before the crop germinates. I know we've got this liquid fertilizer here, so we might have to fill 1400 litres in it, so we might have to look about getting another sprayer, one that works a little bit better than the last one. I'll just get this topped up here. I need to find a bucket or something to scoop that. A little bit of seed that's spilt up as well. We'll get this filled up and put away, and then we'll move on to something else. We're all done there with the planter. I've taken the planter box off, got the tractor parked up again. Now I'm going to head down to the shop, but we're going to come back with a new tractor. So my bike's not here. I just realised we were going to ride the bike down, but it is it's already down at the shop. So fingers crossed it doesn't start raining in the next hour, because we've got a bit of a walk ahead of us. So we'll head off. We'll meet you down at the shop and have a look at what we're going to buy. I've actually got a few things lined up. It's really going to be a bit of a great time for the farm, a bit of an upgrade of equipment, and obviously looking at a new shed too. So we'll get down to the shop and get a few things bought. And here we are. There's our bike, still left parked there. I really will have to try and get that back. Let's head in here and we'll sort out what we are going to upgrade ourselves with. The first things first, we are going to look at a new tractor. So I've done a little bit of research and come up with 3 options, and I'm pretty sure I've decided what we're going to go through, but I'll just explain the 2 that I haven't decided on. So we had this Fiat 1300, great looking little tractor, $24,000 standard. We could bump it up from 150 horsepower to 185 horsepower for an extra $2,100. So that was my first thought, except it only has a running speed of 15 miles per hour, which kind of put me off. Got a little bit more hunting around and had a look at this one. So this is the Deutz Alice 9100 series. 22 miles per hour was what attracted me to it. Also getting pretty close to that 200 horsepower mark. $34,500 or $34,700. It is only a 2-wheel drive, which I'd prefer 4-wheel drive, and plenty of options there to either up-spec it now or later. And could go over 200 horsepower there if we wanted to. That was sitting at about $38,000, so we would have used up pretty much all the money we have. So the last one, and the one I am going to choose, is the Deutz Fahr Agrostar 661 here in front of you. So $32,000, 143 horsepower and 24 miles per hour by standard. We can bump the engine power up here. We can get up to 160 horsepower, which only adds $1,400, $33,460. The main reason this one I was attracted to this one, if we go here and go no fenders, we save $8,800 just by taking off those front fenders and those little flared arches there. $8,800, which takes it below $25,000. So for 160 horsepower, 24 mile per hour running speed, I just could not go past this. We will put a few weights on the front, I think, or actually for $800, I think we might go for a front 3-point hitch. Not sure what we can run off that at 160 horsepower. It might not be worth it. The other option is to put some weights on it. In fact, I might just go for the weights, because I think we're not going to ever run something at 160 horsepower. Front mower or something, we're going to need more than that to have one on the back at the same time. So there we go. That is our new tractor. I'm going to stick with the Deutz green. We could go through a few different options there, but we've got green fence, so let's go with green Deutz as well. There we go. We're upgrading our tractor. $24,660. Yes, please. And while we're down here, we're going to grab a new trailer. We have this trailer here in mind. We'll bump it up to the largest capacity, 15,500 litres. Still only just under $3,000. and we will just go through and tweak a few of the colours. Obviously none of these settings cost us anything. We'll stay with the metal, and then we'll put some mudguards on the back, like so. Then we'll just have a quick look at the colours. Some grey rims, a nice bright red for the main colour, and then the design colour, which is the chassis, I think always looks good in a black. There we go, that is a trailer for $3,000, 1,550 litres. And the final purchase while we're down here is a new sprayer. Obviously we had issues with our last one, which you won't find in the list here anymore. I did really want to use this sprayer here. Downside being, it says it needs 220 horsepower, which surprised me for the size of the sprayer. It's only 6 meters wide, 1,000 litres capacity, which would have been good. Which takes me back down to these two. There's only $200 difference between the price. They're both 400 litres. They're both around at 7 miles per hour. So I think the no-brainer is to go for the 12 metre wide one rather than the 6 metre wide one. We'll get this while we're here. So there we go. We will buy that as well. Now if I had put the front PTO, I probably could have put this on there and taken it back. Let's go and have a look, which leaves us with $13,000 as well to look at building our new shed. There we are, nice new trailer. Just actually hoping now that our bucket on our little loader will stretch up over top of that. It might make it hard to load the silage, and if it doesn't, it could be a little bit of a problem. We'll just top up in here, start it up. Nice throaty sounding engine there. Get backed up here. We'll go and hook this up. Perfect. We'll put that line in. And we are good to go. Like I said, if we had the 3-point, we could have put the sprayer there on top of that, but we'll worry about coming down and getting that again later. But let's head back to the farm with the new trailer. And you'll see I've managed to put the bike in the trailer. Made sense to do that now, so we didn't get caught short like we did on our way down here. We're just back here at the farm. I've got the bike out of the trailer. We will just leave this over here. Dogsy can keep an eye on it, make sure it's all looked after. So there we go, that's a good spot for the bike. Where'd you go, dude? I don't think he's quite meant to be in the power box like that. And there we go, that looks a bit better. Give him some food. There you go, Dogsy. You're going to walk through the back of a kennel as well. Alright, so now we've got the trailer back here. I'm going to make the most of this sunny weather before the rain comes in, because I'd hate to get rained out and not be able to get any fertilizer on the fields. We're going to go straight back down to the shop, and we're going to grab our sprayer and come back here and get that fertilizer applied. So there it is, all hooked up onto the back of the tractor. Looking nice little fit there on the back of this. Would fit equally well, I imagine, on the back of the little Fendt too. So I'm going to have to call it now that, aren't we? I can't just refer to it as our tractor. But it is the Fendt and it is the Deutz, so at least they're different manufacturers, so we can identify them that way. But we will head back to the yard once again, get the sprayer here filled up with some fertilizer and start getting it applied onto those fields. And we are back once again. So I think we should be able to just get backed in here by the fertilizer tote. Lower the sprayer down. We're a little bit lower. And there we go, we are getting it filled up. So I'm not quite sure how far this is going to go. We'll head out here into the field, get it unfolded and get some fertilizer on these crops. There we go, nice little animation there for the arms folding out. So this is a, it was good going for the 12 metre wide one. Alright, so there must be something we've missed because that's not turning on. Just jump off here. Oh, the PTO is detached. I thought I'd attach that there, that's better. Lift that up again, and there we go. Getting some fertilizer applied. This is all going so far so good. Although I did say that about the last sprayer we had, which didn't turn out to be quite the product we were hoping for. So we'll wait till we're finished on this field and the other one before we pass judgment on its qualities as a sprayer. That's the first field done without any drama, which is good to see. We used 3/4 or so of that tank, so that'll mean we will probably use the better part of our whole tank on the other field, just based on the fact that we used probably about 50% more seed in that field than we did in this one too. So again, we will head down and make a start in here. Enjoying having this wider width too. That 3 meter seeder was just a little bit unbearable. So now we've got a higher horsepower tractor, we will have to look at what options we have to potentially upgrade our seeder before our next crop rotation, or before we form a new field. And done in that field now too, which is good. So we obviously had to go and top up there, and it will leave us, I think, we'll check, there should be about 500 litres left in the tote, plus the 300 in here, which is 800. I think we started off with 1700, so we should just about have enough to put another application on. We'll be pretty tight without going down and buying any. Just stop here and get out 600 litres. That's a little bit more even than I thought, which is good. It certainly should be enough to be able to get another application done once this crops are up and growing. We'll just leave that there for now. I'm very impressed with this tractor. Nice to be able to give it an outing the day we get it. Looks very nice. Alright, so 2 more things I want to do. One, I'm just going to grab the wheel loader and make sure we can get a bucket up and over the side of that trailer. And 2, we're going to clear some land in here and look at getting our shed built, so I can get this tidied up and some equipment put away before this rain arrives. Only just fits, and in fact, if you want to be honest about it, it is clipping through the frame there a little bit. But it does mean we are going to be able to use the wheel loader to fill that up with silage, which is good. We've got a few wood chips left in here too, I don't know how that happened. So we'll just park this here for now. We might need it again in a minute to clear some logs out of the way. I think from what I've looked at, we need to take these 4 trees out, and we're going to put a shed in here. It's going to have a door on about where I'm standing now. We'll be able to come in and then there's going to be a door somewhere over this way. Probably here to link up back with the main yard. So there's a little bit of a level change. So we'll get these trees cut down, we'll do a little bit of landscaping to level it off and see how it all will fit in there. There we are, that's the 4 trees gone. I'm just going to go grab the loader. We're going to push these logs just out of the way. I'll push them over the back there. We'll worry about getting them picked up and tidied up at another date and time. For now, I just want to make sure we can get this shed put down and in position. We've got everything moved out of the way. We've got the stumps that have been pushed over further over towards those trees. So let's just get in here. We'll get this leveled out and then we'll get this shed built. There we have it. There is our new shed. Lots and lots of space in here. Good bit of storage. We do have to do a little bit more work here to landscape this bit back down. We got a bit carried away raising that up, but we can bring that all back down to level. We'll bring in a bit of a track up here. Hopefully it's not going to be too steep, and get that all connected up. So we'll quickly do that and call things a wrap. As long as we've got enough money left, of course, too. We're right on the bottom dollar there. Alright, and there we are. I think, well, we are out of money, minus $19. But we have got our shed there. Still a little bit of work I need to do around this entrance. Probably need to smoothen that out a little bit more. Which means we're going to have to get our silage sold so we can do that. But for now, I'm pretty happy with that. It looks pretty good on the farm. Nice space, nice size, and good use of that area. Because I wasn't quite sure how we were going to expand, but I think that does it quite nicely. Bit of a challenge here with the contour on the site, on the ground. If we just go up into the air, have a little bit of a look at how it's developed now. There we go. So I am going to spend a little bit of time now. We'll get some vehicles put into that shed, get things tidied up a little bit, because obviously there's quite a lot of things just lying around. Not very well looked after, but we're at 20 to 4. We've got some rain forecast, so I think we'll get that done and that'll be the end of the day. But I will do that a little bit off screen and wrap things up there. So thank you all very much for watching. Hope you've enjoyed that. Good to get those fields planted, get some fertilizer applied to them, and great, I'm very excited to have a new tractor. As much as I have really enjoyed having a little Fendt, having something with some more power that I can get some larger equipment with, I think is going to really accelerate how we can grow the farm. So really looking forward to the next adventures we have with that. But as I said, thank you all very much for watching. I really hope you've enjoyed it, and I will catch you in the next one.